Hello, everybody. Welcome for a new episode of Confessions of a Facilitator with facilitators and their favorite tools. And for those of you who don't know what we are talking about, what tools are we talking about? We are talking about the tools of access consciousness, this huge box of tools and toys that you pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many you want. You change your life just by magic on one condition, though, that you choose for it. So today I have the pleasure, the leisure, the fun, the excitement, the surprise, and the yumminess of inviting Fatma Albrecht with us. And she's a certified facilitator with access consciousness and so much more. So Fatma, before you get to say something, there are 2 rules by which we play. The first one, we have fun. The second one is, when rule number 1 fails to apply, we go to rule number 2. Rule number 2 says, you have fun. Is it serious enough?
I like it. I like that.
So I'm going to look you into the eyes because I like my telenovela effect, and I'm doing it with all my guests. And I'm going to look into your eyes and I'm going to ask, Fatma, who are you and what is your favorite tool? And now you go for it, babe. You go for it.
First of all, thank you, Selena, for inviting me to this. Oh my God, it's so serious. You see, I'm already like, what's going to happen here?
Yeah. Let me just tell on you that just before we started the recording, she was like, "What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say?" You just shut up. You let me speak for 1 minute, and then it's up to you. It's up to you what you're going to say. So, who are you? Yeah. What's your favorite tool? And what else is possible?
Okay. I mean, I love your question. Who are you? Like, we're all in a constant change every second, actually, right? So like, who are you? Who am I today? Who am I now in this 10 seconds? And what grand and glorious adventures can we have now?
Yeah.
I mean, as a PF and playing with the tools. Wow. It's really hard to say. We always, when you talk with normal people outside the
what? Outside the what? Say it.
When you talk to normal people, quote unquote, right? And you ask them, who are you? Then they start telling you their past, and that they're married, and that they have children, and that they have problems, and so many things, right?
So now you're not married, you don't have kids, and you don't have problems, right? So tell me something else, please.
Yeah, what are you going to tell people? I'm like, I'm happy. Most of the time, I'm super happy. I ask every day, how much more fun can I have? What else can I add to my life to have, even to expand the joy and the fun that I'm truly being? And then I start the day mostly and just let the universe and all the molecules and the planet just surprise me. And yeah, that's basically what I do. So probably I can say this is one of my favorite tools. Like, what else can I add to my life?
Oh, and I have a question there. It's like rising up. In a world when we are doing so many things, why would you like to add to your life?
Adding is fun.
Adding is fun.
Adding is fun. There is an energy of curiosity in it.
Okay.
You never know what shows up around the next corner.
Okay. Tell me more.
This is what I basically love a lot. Like, I ask a lot of questions during the day. I start my day when I'm in bed still, but 10 times all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory.
You're still doing that?
I'm doing that every day.
Wow.
Right? Really, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Before I even start opening my eyes in the morning, I'm like, wow, so I wonder what's going to show up today. Universe, what can I receive today? Universe, what would you like to surprise me today? Like, what
Wow.
are they there? And then I start my day, and I have to say, like, really 99% when I'm outside, when I'm on the street, when I go shopping, I can perceive that every person, everything around me just try so much to give to me or to us. But are we willing to receive it? Are we willing
Uh,
to be aware of it, right? To say,
yeah.
oh, this little stone here on the street is saying hi. can, can I add something to your life? Can I be a gift for you? Not that I go down and grab the stone and kiss it and take it with me. Sometimes I do. but, but most of the time it's just like being aware of the magic of all these little things around us, and then walking, being present and walking and living your life and enjoying it.
Ooh,
It's
enjoying
really
it. That's
enjoying it. Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
the part that, wait, I have a hair here that doesn't allow me to leave. Um, it was like, coming to my enjoying your life. So to what extent what you're adding to your life can make your life even more joyful? Is this what we're talking about?
We can talk about that, like adding to your lives. If you don't have a definition, a fixed point of view about what is good, what is bad, what is ugly, what is negative, what is positive, then everything comes. I look at it like the universe is presenting me infinite possibilities, and it's like in a candy shop, right? I can just choose. I can basically choose from this possibilities and can say, what's my life going to be like if I choose this? Oh, yummy. Or what's my life going to be like in 10 years if I choose this? That's not really expanding my energy. That's not making me smile, not bubbly. So I'm not choosing this. But and I go with the lightness. So adding to my life and asking these questions just opens up a space of infinite possibilities where I can choose from, like the candy shop.
This is the actually the the tiny little thing that I was looking for, because you're actually adding stuff to your life, but it's not like making your life heavier for that. You add stuff that make you lighter, that make you brighter, and like you said, what is this going to create? But leave it aside. Yuppie, yuppie, yay, yay. Well, have a try and see whether it's yuppie, yay, yay for 5 minutes or for a longer time. And then is that, but
not in that moment, that my life completely changes, but going with the lightness and everything, I know it will create the future that I want to live in. Sometimes it makes so no sense choosing stuff. It's light, and you're like, your brain, right? The little bit of the brain that is left is like, okay, but this makes no sense. Why are you choosing it? Like this voice here, and then no, but it is going to create
it's
for the
actually
future. For the
so
you
so
know
to
what?
I'm like, yeah, ooh, wait, I have my questions.
Oh.
So what you're saying me is that when you're making a choice, you're actually not using your head. I mean, you're not using the mental.
No, not at
Okay,
all.
peeps.
Oh my God, can I tell you something about this with the using the mental and thinking thing? Because just a few days ago, we had a very funny situation with my friend who's traveling with me right now. And I think I was sitting and I was having this weird face. And she was like, why are you looking like this? She made me aware of it. And I'm like, I'm thinking, right? And she's, but this looks really exhausting. Why are you doing this? And I'm like, yeah, but it's really hard. And she's like, so why are you doing it? Change it. Right? This is thinking. It's hard work. And to be honest, I don't like to work hard. I like ease. I like joy. I like happy. I like it to be in the flow. So if
Yeah.
we don't go into this part of thinking or making it logically correct, when we're going out of this cognitive mind, then it is actually in the flow. You have a question, right?
I have a question. Yeah, oh, yeah. You're doing the program of 3 days of learning how to lower your barriers and really relax into your being. And I would like to ask you to go a bit to, okay, how do you relax into your choices? How, because I know I'm on the program. I followed you for 3 days, and there's a lot of awareness coming up. For those of you who don't know what we're speaking about, we're going to put the Facebook event down there, and maybe you would like to join the group and see what that gives to you. But what I was aware of is that whatever I decided or I defined as being relaxation before your program, it had this definition, how should I say, it had this nice line of saying relaxation is when you just drop down and don't move, or something like static. And it's actually, for me, it was a huge awareness to realize that, to me, being relaxed and being relaxed into myself, or into my, as I said, relaxed into my judgments, that was one of the awarenesses. It doesn't imply to be static. It doesn't imply to be just sit on somewhere and just, now I relax. No, it's not that. So would you please talk more about relaxing, and whatever relaxing into who you are could be beyond the mental? Because to me it was like, I have this definition that when it's relaxed, then it means like, no, it's not. So could you?
Yeah, I'm just, it's so much an energetic thing that it seems like it's hard to find words for it. But relaxing into you, like, is for me being totally vulnerable also, right? Like you said, there are no barriers. So I invite my barriers to lower down. No more separation. That's my basic thing, going beyond the separation, going beyond the judgments, the limitations, which are not even real. So when we relax into us and into this judgments, let's say it's judgment, right? It's just a judgment. It's not even real. And to say, hi, judgment, hi. It's the moment where we become totally present with it first. It's not a thing like, oh, I don't want this in my life. I put it aside. But in the background, it is like, here I am, here I am. So being present with it and saying, hi, being gentle and kind with it.
Whoa, gentle and kind with the judgment?
It's just there. It's just there. It's a creation.
Wow.
And you, at one point, have chosen it to be there. Yeah, you are the one who's allowing it to be there. So when you have created that judgment at one point of your life, then you are the one who can change it. But please, and this is what I got so much aware of. We are doing this so much from the point of view that we have to fight against it. I have to fight this judgment.
And not only fight, it's also don't look at it. You did it, just ignore it, and you will, like, I don't even know how to say, like,
yeah,
I'm not even here. I did it, and I don't want to hear about that,
Totally ignoring it. But it is there, and it will be there as long as you don't acknowledge it for what it is. And like I said, say, hi. Wow. And then it's like with a person, I see judgments and limitations now. This has so much change for me. It's like a person. It's just a judgment. It's just a barrier, it's just a wall. And then I acknowledge it and it says, oh, now I'm acknowledged. I got the attention that I desired so much, right? And it starts shifting and changing. And when I relax into it, like it relaxes to be totally present. Oh, we're starting already, right? When we ask, it's like, hi, and then says, oh, there is no need anymore for me. I got acknowledged, and we can ask the next question. Can I change you?
Oh,
it's just waiting to dissolve, actually.
so
right?
on the other hand,
just let me say it, and the fight stops, because we are fighting almost everything in our lives. It's a constant fight. And then with our little finger, we are pointing, like, do you see the war here? Do you see the fight here? Do you see this here? Do you see blah, blah, blah? But what would it take if it's not pointing the finger outside, but pointing it here to us and saying, hi, I'm part of that, right? I have chosen it. I'm a creator of that. So here I can change it. And if I change that mini little judgment or that point of view, the whole world is going to change with it. So when you start fighting, resisting everything that is around us, everything that is you, because consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. And you are consciousness. I am consciousness. Yeah, includes everything and judges nothing. Then,
yeah,
how much fun it is then to ask a question or create your life from this space. When you are relaxed into the infinite, the space of infinite possibilities, the space of infinite choices, and then it's up to you what you choose, what works for you. Because you are unique. Yeah, we are in this oneness thing. We are one, we are all consciousness, but you are Selena and I'm Fatma. And there are things that are more fun for me, and there are things that are more fun for you. But when you gift what is fun for you and your capacity and what you know to all of us, whoa, we create a greater future than for all of us, right? So my thing is really like, people, don't hide anymore. Stop hiding. Relax into who you be. There is nothing wrong with you. Right? There's nothing.
I love that. I love that. My body starts to giggle, you know, even if I want to do the serious now and to ask the question, my body starts to giggle. It's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with me. It's like, woohoo, somebody sees it. What if it were
that and stop the judging and what world would we live in? So maybe I'm a dreamer. I still, since my childhood, I'm like, there is something else possible. It can't be this, but also what I started also doing is like seeing the fun and the insanity that is all around us. Don't make it significant, but really like watching a good movie and like, we're so insane, great, wow, what we are choosing, and not making it too real.
Yeah. And too significant and so heavy and so solid that, but isn't it this what we've been doing with the history that we have? I mean, all the past that every time there's this commemoration of whatever happens, we go there and we suffer there and we get serious instead of saying, okay, cool, you choose that, I choose that, nice, in the past. So what else now? Thank you very much. What else?
Selena, you're pointing at a big thing, and the word here is allowance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, allowance for ourselves, allowance for our body, allowance for our craziness, for our insanity, allowing for our past, whatever it was. Right? We all have, of course, we all do have our stories, and not everything was always airy fairy. We've been all through stuff, let's call it stuff here in the Zoom, right? We've been, but like today we're sitting here. So we quote unquote survived it. And now we know something else is possible. And we continue this. And by being us and knowing what we know with the tools of access consciousness.
Yes.
We made it. People, isn't it like for you the same when you walk on the street that people look at you and you're like you're an alien almost, like there's something, she has a different beauty. What is it about her? Do I know her from somewhere? Because it's the taste of you, it's the taste of me, it's the lightness, right? And that's so irresistible for people. And they're like, what is it?
And you get, I don't know about you peeps, but I sometimes get strange reactions in the street. And the stranger they are, the more I laugh with them. It wasn't always the case. When somebody would look strangely at me or something like that, I was like, oh, something's wrong with me. And now I look at it, hi! So, anything I can say? Anything I can... last week, we just landed in a hotel. And there was this guy at the reception and the guest holding a glass of whiskey. He was bragging and bragging and bragging about how he missed the flight, how the meetings were all and how the room was not good one, and what he blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't stop it. I was just looking at this, and I was it not without being disrespectful, but I looked at it and I said, wow, that is interesting. How can somebody create so much shit in their lives? Wow, this is interesting. So I just look at him and all of a sudden I find myself asking a question. So how does it get any better than that?
Yeah.
And he looked at me and said, what do you mean? I mean, how does it get any better than that? Now, you know what that was, but how does it get any better than that? What else is possible? And the guy looked at me. He grabbed his glass and, drank it. You will have to ask my wife that. And I'm like, oh. Selena, you stepped on something. So I said, enjoy your night. And what else is possible? And it was, okay. So it was a big teasing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I did it from the lightness of, I really was amazed with, and the intensity. He was telling his story and relieving all the stress and taking up all the stress of everybody else. But I loved the guy at the reception. He was sitting there, I was like, And how many times are we doing that? Because we don't know that we have a different choice, or that we're not even, asking a question for what else is possible.
But Selena, I mean, people have nothing to talk anymore about if it's not based on problems.
Shit, yes. Thank you for saying that.
Right? This is our normal conversation. Look at, I mean, I don't watch TV, but even in the series or whatever we watch, right? It's always about problems and problems, like the telenovela. And then it's like a challenge. Who can do the best telenovela? Who can do the best problem? Because when I have a bigger problem than you have, then I'm really important, and
I prove that I exist, so you will see me and you will recognize in me the powerful shit creator that I am. And what if you were willing to recognize that yourself and then say, cool, shit, I can create loads, piles of. What if I created some magic? But this is something like. But I would like to ask you to go a bit back to the judgments, because when you were speaking about judgments, and that actually they are looking for our attention, and how we were trained to ignore them or to fight them, it came to my but it's actually like kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they come to you, so when they want something, when they want your attention, they come. The more you say, no, not now, I don't have time. No, I don't have time. The more you say no, the more they are there in the open until you explode.
Yeah.
I mean, until I explode. This is about me,
Yeah,
peeps,
we
not
all
about
do,
you.
right? But we all do this. And are we, when we desire something, when we ask for something, are we willing to be this energy of that little kid? Because this is what popped up for me right now. Like, can we be this little kid with the universe and saying, universe, but da 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 da, but da 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 da, I would like to have that. I would like to have that. What can we create here? What else is possible here? But universe, like, there is a everything wants to contribute, but are you willing to be
The one who
the man?
asks for it.
Yes, the one who asks and continuously asks for it.
The only thing that came to me is that I'm not universe, I'm just the mom. So I'd rather shut them up than
guys, I'm just your mom. Ask the universe.
ask the universe, not from me. Actually, this is a very good trick, because sometimes they come to me and they ask for things, and I'm in the judgment of yes, no, you deserve this, you don't deserve this, it's about me, peeps. You're not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm still doing that sometimes. Like, you haven't brought back good points, so you didn't do your job in school, so you will not get this or that. But actually what I'm doing, when I'm doing that, I'm not really present with whatever there is. It means that there is something playing on into my world. But I also ask them, ask a question. Yeah. Ask a question. And then if you ask the question, you will find a way to come to me, pull my energy, and get what you require or what you desire without me going into that judgment. Example, Jeremy. Jeremy loves money. Jeremy is number 3. He's now almost 10 years old. And some of the people have seen him in the SOP last year in November in Vienna. He went on the podium. He said, I'm coming with you if I can make money. And I'm like, don't ask me to pay you. You will have to create it yourself. So he went on the stage. He asked for the money. Not for the money. He said, I'm giving you sessions. There were 4 days of SOP, that's Symphony of Possibilities, a huge, phenomenal class of Dane here, the co-founder of Access Consciousness, for those who don't know.
And one is coming next month in Paris.
Paris.
Wow, I cannot wait for that, yeah.
So he gets on the stage, he gets the clients, he gets the money, he counts his money, and he said, no, I'm done. I'm like, people are lining up for you. You're not giving sessions? He said, no, this is what I wanted. This is what I required. This is what I asked for. It's done. Now it's holidays for me. And I'm like, was it really, like, wise to teach my kid to love money and to love to, get it easy and get it with fun? And then now when he's asking me something, that I want this and I want that, and so what are you willing to do for it? What are you willing to be for it? And then he looks at me and manipulates my ass out of me. And he looks at me and says, would you like some bars? Or I can give you an SOP session. And I'm like,
But how did your kids get so lucky to have you as a mom? I mean, taking them to SOP classes, taking them to classes, like showing them a different world already, like showing them how to ask questions and create with ease the money that they desire, until they say, oh, for today it's enough, mommy. Like, it's a choice, right? There is no lack in his universe. Normally we would say, oh my God, there are still 10 people lined up. I have to do this. And he's like, that's needs for now. No, holidays, and tomorrow we see. Or 5 minutes later. I love that. There's no lack at all.
Yeah. And
what would it be for us not to be totally this prosperous consciousness instead of this lack and not enough joy, not enough money? Oh my God, already saying that, it's like weird, right? What else is possible?
What else is possible?
Don't lack anymore.
And to me, it's not only about the money. It's about everything where we judge ourselves, that we have to go to the end of it. Like you chose something, like he chose to give the sessions, and just because people were lining up, If I were him, I was, no, 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 people are lining up. I have to, even if I didn't feel like it. I would have forced myself into. But he chose no. This is not honoring me to do more of this. It's like what I required, this is what I got. And I was like, what can I learn from you, little guy here? Because it was uncomfortable. But it wasn't his discomfort, it was mine, only mine. My dog is barking. The cat is coming home. So when the dog is barking, the cat... So, yeah, I was thinking about the judgments that they are like the kids. The more you don't pay attention to them, the more they are going to appear from all sides and all corners until you're
not paying attention to them. It is truly acknowledging that they're there. And 99% of all this judgment they don't belong even to you, right? Yeah. They belong to someone. You're just so aware of it, and you at one point you received or you heard this judgment, or you heard it, or you sensed it, and you just made it yours. It's not even yours. So what am I dealing here with? What am I fighting here really? With something that's not even me. So I have better things to do, right?
But I have to tell you that
you have better things to do. And still, like, if we're not right and wrong, come on. I think if someone says here, I'm not judging at all, I have never judged before, he's totally lying. It happens during the day. I mean, there is a little thing you get or something, and something's like, oh no, this doesn't look good today, or my belly or something. And in that moment you have judged already. But I start laughing about it because I'm so aware of the moments now when I judge, and then I'm just like, wow, I did it again. Right?
Wow, I did it again.
Right? Not making it wrong, but wow, I did it. And then I'm actually very proud of myself that I catched myself judging me. I'm like, wow, thank you. And what else is possible? What is even possible beyond that? I wonder what it would look like if I wouldn't judge myself, if I wouldn't judge my body, my money flows, whatever that is. I wonder how that would look like. I wonder how that would taste like. Yeah, I wonder how that would feel like in my body. And it's like, oh, universe, can you show me? Body, can you show me? Elementals, can you show me? And invite energies to it. And then I just continue living my life. I mean, we're not sitting at home as CFs, right? We're not sitting at home and we're like asking the same question from the morning till the... No, we have a life to live.
Oh, so you mean that you are a person, you're not a CF, you're a person?
Yeah, alien person sometimes, most of the time. An alien being on planet Earth and having fun.
Yeah, actually, thank you for this, because this is how the whole series started, with somebody telling me, well, you have it easy because you're a facilitator. And I'm like, okay, judgment. Do I want to receive it? No, I wasn't. I had to fight it until I acknowledge it. As you said, it's a judgment. Does it belong to me? No, I send it back to sender. Okay, so what would it be if I would come up with an idea that would show to the world that this judgment has no place to be in this world, even if it was addressed to me. So this is how the series began. That was the sparkle, and look, we are here. And I'm like, I'm inviting you to talk about one tool. That's my trick. But
you mean you're a little manipulator?
Oh no, not at all, not at all. I left my curls. No, but this is the beauty of it to my eyes. Every time you come to talk about something, even if it's the same thing that I heard, like, we have tools, we heard about those tools for how many times? Every time you're willing to be present, it's like a new side, a new perspective of the tool is getting revealed. So how lucky am I to have you all sharing your side of the story with me. And not for you, peeps. It's only just for me. Just say, just for me, just for fun, and I'm not going to tell it to anyone.
No, just the whole world sees it now.
That was a secret. No, so thank you so much, Fatma, for this, and for your invitation into relaxing into who you are, beyond the judgment and the shitty reality. Like, shitty reality meaning what we're living every day, like physically. And what else can we choose there?
I mean, what would it take for us all and this series to be really an inspiration for people, for everyone out there who's going to watch it and beyond, that there is something else possible. Like, I love that clearing. And in the 3 days, we did it a lot, right? What is truly possible, that we don't think it's possible, but if we would allow the possibilities, would actualize a completely different reality.
Wow. I love it. I love it. It's my playground the last few weeks, and magic shows up.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Thank you, Selena. Thank you for this invitation. Thank you for this great conversation that we had here. What a pleasure. Thank you.
But thank you wow. I'm like, how did I get so lucky? So, Fatma, I know that now you're in Istanbul, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday you were in a very exotic place. I saw you and I was so jealous of you. But I loved it because the sun over there, I'm like, what would it take? What would it take? But for the people who would like to stalk you, my favorite word, where can they find you?
I mean, on Facebook, ease. This is really easy. Just Fatma Albrecht, Facebook. Then my website, fatmaalbrecht.com. You see, it's all very complicated.
Yeah,
Instagram, Fatma Albrecht, very, very complicated.
I'm like, I cannot remember all this.
I know. I just wonder, before we finish, if I could give you a nice view of the Galata Tower, because we're in the center of the flat is in the center, and like all the tourists are actually coming here.
Show us!
And this is really in front of our, let me just go with you there on the balcony so you can see it, because it's really fantastic. Wow. Sorry, guys.
So if we were thinking that there's no way we can go to Turkey and see the Galata Tower, look at that. Wow. First hand.
I mean, this is probably, this is probably the best view you can get in town.
Thank you so much. Wow. What a gift. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. So, beeps, until next time, somewhere live or online, all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory, and some sunshine for you from the Galata Tower in Istanbul. Thank you, Fatma.
Thank you, Selena. Bye.